Good afternoon, everybody. It's Katrina from the Alluring Bead Boutique. Hope everybody's having a great Friday afternoon. I want to do a little quick video with you guys today. Thought I'd start out by showing you some of the things that I've been working on lately. I've been practicing working with wire, for one thing. And I've been trying to learn how to make my own bead frames and components. So I made these cute little oval bead frames as well as the matching ear wires out of some real phosphorus bronze wire that I got my hands on recently. And then I used some artistic antique, it's just antique bronze. It's just colored over copper here to wrap these little rondelles on. I thought those came out really cute. On this pair of earrings, I actually did a little bit of wire work here with shaping the wire in an unusual abstract kind of a way. And on the earrings, you see that they're sitting as opposites to each other, like that. And those are really cute too. I thought they came out fairly well. Then I was watching one of Christina's videos on CSL Designs channel, and she actually did a really good and easy to understand tutorial for this wrapped cabochon, and I was able to complete that fairly easily. It's a little bit off from her instructions with these wraps here on the sides. They should have been down a little bit farther, but they're even here, so I kind of just decided to go with it, so I didn't really tear the rest of my wire out of shape, you know, to correct that one spot, but it's holding the cabochon really securely. So I kind of like it that way. So I decided to leave it. And this is a crazy lace blue agate or a dragon vein agate, one of the two. I couldn't figure out which. I tried to figure it out on Google, but it came out really kind of cool. I really like that one. And then I have some experiments I was doing with some chain and beaded links here. There is a full tutorial. There's 2 classes for this on my Skillshare channel. One class is for this beaded bezel that I made using the mini silkies and a couple of other of your 2-hole beads. Came out really nice. And then so I also made a little class on how to make the chain, which most of you guys probably already know, but if you use my link to sign up for Skillshare, you get 2 free months, and you'll have access to all my classes, as well as other great people who have a Skillshare channel, like Odin. She has one. So there's that cool little pendant. It's really came out really nice. What a great way to create this bezel. Also, look how much of your Rivoli remains showing. Just came out really cool. Really liked it. And then I made these this morning. They've taken me all day to figure this out. It's really hard to show you from this angle, but they're really super cool, and they look really great when you put them on. Look at those huge pearls in there. And then the style, I got the idea. I was watching this old black and white TV show called Decoy with Beverly Garland, and she was wearing this pair of earrings that looked very much like this here. And it took me quite a while to get it figured out this far. But I love them. Like I said, they look really cool on. If you guys want to see a tutorial or something on that, or if you have any interest in it, you could let me know in the comments. Anyway, made this beautiful necklace. I was doing an experiment in netting with 2-hole beads. And I used several different 2-hole beads in this particular necklace, but it came out really cool. There's a few design flaws on it, even though you really wouldn't notice it just by looking at it like this. But I noticed it, and I planned to do a little rework on this. I'll probably make a pattern for this particular design, but I really think it came out really gorgeous. So that's just something that I've been working on, and it's a necklace. I don't do a whole lot of necklaces, but this one is just absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I really like the mixed metallics that I used in this particular one. Anyhow, so these 2 pairs are actually a spin-off of my Arabesque earrings pattern that's available on my website. I use the same technique to create the bezel. As you can see, the beautiful mosaic effect on the back, and it covers up most of the foil backing, so it really makes this very beautiful on the back of the earring as well. And then on the smaller component here, the same thing. On the original earrings pattern, I had used this at the top, and then a different version of this bezel was hanging down below. But anyhow, if you go look at the pattern, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyhow, so on these, I also made these ear wires because, like I said, I've been really trying to enhance some of my wire skills. And I love this really long ear hook that I came up with. And with this little tiny, smaller component, and then the beautiful little Swarovski drop on there, I think they came out really, really great. And I may be doing a YouTube video or something to go over this particular earring. And then maybe this one too, because I really like it. I love the little accent down at the bottom. It just kind of pulls it into more, you know, instead of a flower, it turns it into something that looks more like a bottle or something, you know, like a genie bottle. I love them. They're really cute. And these were some head pins that I had gotten from somewhere. I can't even remember, with a little heart at the bottom. But I kind of made my own little ear wires out of those, and I think that worked out really well too. All right. So now I'm going to show you two more things, and then we'll get on to what I'm here today to show you guys how to do. But I have been looking on Pinterest and trying to see what I could figure out how to do. There is a pair of earrings on Pinterest that looks very similar to this, and I've been staring at it for months and months trying to figure out how they did it. And I finally figured out how to do it. I just did mine a little bit differently because I really didn't know exactly what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out by, you know, just like I do everything by myself. Anyhow, on this one, you'll see here where I have the antique gold beads along this edge, and then I have the silver delica beads on this edge. The pattern on Pinterest has a line of gold here and a line of silver here, and then on the reverse, of course, there's a line of silver and a line of gold, so it gives a little bit of a different look. This is a tubular peyote stitch here, and I really love this technique. I will probably try to visit this at some point. I have made also a Celtic knot that I gave away to a girlfriend of mine. She is the one who turned me on to the art gallery in the mountains, and so I wanted to do something to thank her, so I made her the Celtic knot in these beautiful autumn harvest mixed delicate colors, and she really liked it. But I've been having some success in sales up there, so it's been really cool, and that's the one-of-a-kind art gallery, Micaville, North Carolina. They have a website, and they have a Facebook page if you guys want to check that stuff out. I'll throw some links into the description below. But that's a really cool little piece, and I like it. I haven't quite figured out. I thought about making earrings, but it's really super long, so it may be becoming a pendant at some point. And then again, it may be cut apart and made into something a little smaller. All right, so here's what we're going to work on today. And this also came off of Pinterest. I had seen a pin that had this double hoop technique of brick stitch around a hoop, and I set for several hours, and I figured out how to do it. And it's really cool. If you don't want to sit through a whole video and you just want to, you know, quickly see the technique, as opposed to, you know, all of this extra added beautiful stuff in the center or whatever, I have an article about it on my Bead Map blog. I'll put a link up for you guys for that. And then I also have a free PDF download that's a basic guide that shows you, if you're really good at brick stitch, you should be able to follow that guide and figure this part out on your own.